From the Detroit Free Press, it's Wednesday, November 6th. Here's what you need to know today. Presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
Hi, I'm Detroit Free Press reporter Bill Leitner, reviewing my notes after another wild election night. I've just logged the results of Tuesday's elections in Oakland County, as well as in other spots across the region. It was a night of upsets in key suburbs of Detroit. Incumbent mayors are gone in affluent Birmingham and in blue-collar Clawson. Elsewhere, the mayor of Mount Clemens in Macomb County also was ousted. In addition, slates of candidates who challenged the status quo ran vigorous campaigns, not only in Birmingham and Clawson, as well as Troy, where they mostly won, but challengers in Royal Oak and Ferndale were mostly unsuccessful. Many challengers were concerned about their city's plans for big-time development in the downtowns. Other challengers had worries about ethical standards in their city halls. A good sign in all of this? Lots of absentee voters. Thanks to Michigan's new law for absentee voting, it's now allowed for no reason. You can vote absentee just because you want to. That's making it easier than ever for people to vote how they want to, when they want to. More people than ever are likely to vote. A good thing, says City Clerk Melanie Hallis in Royal Oak, which saw the number of absentees more than double. You can read all the election results at www.freep.com.
For the Detroit Free Press Auto Team, I'm Jamie LaRue. Call it a case of the grass is always greener. On Friday, the UAW released highlights of its tentative contract with Ford. It was far more detailed on plant investment than the proposed contract with GM had been. That's prompted some GM workers to question if Ford is getting a better deal and how effective was the UAW's 40-day nationwide strike against GM. UAW workers view plant investment as job security. The contract with GM offered scant details of their plant investments. Some workers said they should have stayed on strike longer to win more job security. Not so, said labor experts. The strike helped to increase GM's U.S. plant investment by about $1 billion, and it nearly doubled the number of jobs created or retained. Workers won a big wage and lump sum bonus, too. Finally, the UAW strike saved one of 4 U.S. plants GM planned to close, Detroit-Hamtramck. But the contract only gave details on 5 out of GM's 33 U.S. facilities, compared to the long list of investments in all of Ford's U.S. plants.
This is Michael Walker from the Detroit Free Press. Generations of Detroit remember when downtown was the place to shop, especially at Christmas time and downtown Detroit days. Hudson's had a 9-story Tree of Lights display and a Christmas carnival, while Crowley's had lunch with Santa. D-Day Days was a weekend-long bonanza that lured thousands of shoppers to stores like Hudson's, Kern's, and Crowley's. While Detroit's retail heyday was 50 years ago, can it make a comeback? Leaders in the retail, design, and real estate industry believe so. H&M is opening its down store November 21st, and Somerset Collection will bring a rotating list of retailers to the Metropolitan Building this winter. Retail design expert Ken Nish said pop-up stores, event centers, and showrooms are on trend right now. Analysts predict that Detroit may see other big brands like Ulta Beauty, Sephora, and the North Face moving into downtown in the near future.
I'm Susan Tompor, and I'm a columnist for the Detroit Free Press. If you graduated from college last spring, you will soon be required to start repaying those student loans. A 6-month break for federal loans will end in November or December for many in the class of 2019. Ideally, you want to pay off student loans over a 10-year repayment plan. But if you don't have a good job yet, or you're on a tight budget, the worst thing you can do is try to seek out one deferment after another. A new report from the Pew Charitable Trusts determined that borrowers who repeatedly use deferment and forbearance to deal with debt ended up with student loan balances that grew significantly over time. A better bet? Take time to study income-driven repayment plans. Go to studentaid.gov or look into a platform like meetsummer.org to review your options. Do all you can to avoid missing payments and defaulting on student debt. Make the right moves now.
Detroit is a major figure in the story of Jimmy Hoffa, whose 1975 disappearance from the Machus Red Fox restaurant in Oakland County remains an unsolved mystery. Now Detroiters will be able to see The Irishman, Martin Scorsese's film opus on the mob and Hoffa, before it arrives on Netflix. The movie will open November 15th at the Birmingham 8 and the landmark Main Art Theater in Royal Oak. It hits Netflix nearly 2 weeks later on November 27th. Al Pacino gives a memorable performance as Teamsters labor leader Hoffa, while Robert De Niro plays Frank Sheeran, an alleged hitman whose friendship with Hoffa is at the core of this dark, violent look at 60 years compressed into 3 hours of movie telling.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department and an update on the Red Wings. The NHL season feels like it has already ended here in Hockeytown. That's because the Wings, once again, are at the bottom of the standings. Detroit has lost 11 of its last 12 games, including 3 in a row in embarrassing fashion, getting outscored 17-4. You have to wonder just how long new general manager and Red Wings legend Steve Yzerman will stand for this, especially when it comes to head coach Jeff Blashill. This is his 5th season behind the bench, and at this rate, it looks like it will be the 4th straight season with no playoffs for the Wings. We will see if they can snap out of this funk tonight in New York against the Rangers.
Do you like what you're hearing in our news briefing? Let us know, whether it's a question, comment, or something you just want to hear. You can share your opinion by emailing us at voice@freep.com. That's voice@freep.com. See you tomorrow.